Okay, the next thing I want to show you that I do with this pad is a thing I rigged up to help me hit the ball first with my irons mainly. For years I had trouble, like probably most other amateur golfers, hitting the ball fat, hitting the ground before the ball, not taking a divot. So I came up with this thing. In between these lines here, I got a pressure sensitive gizmo connected to this thing over here. When you hit this area, like so, this little thing's going to pop up. There's a little blue light here you can't see maybe too good from this angle, but that's what happens. So if we take a ball, and the main thing that I set it up for was to tell me if I was hitting it fat or not. So I put it past this line, and if I come through here with a downward strike on the ball and hit the ball first and don't hit this area at all, nothing happens. So that's a pretty good hit. And combine that with the angle that the ball takes off for the club you hit, and if it does that properly, you had a good downward strike and compressed the ball. So that's what I set it up originally, the main thing. But it turns out, even more than that, I use the other side where I actually want this thing to activate when I hit the ball. So if I put it right here and I come with a downward blow and hit the ball first, it's going to compress the ball, push it into here, and actuate this light. If I go back further, do the same thing, strike down on the ball, ball flies up, and then the club continues down and cuts across the mat and compresses the mat and makes this thing come on. So actually I can go back maybe this far and hit the ball and still make this thing actuate. So I use that even more, but I use this once in a while to make sure that I'm got a descending blow coming on. So you can see nothing happens from here out. Nothing really happens back here either. But as soon as you get some pressure in here, this thing's going to tell you that you did something right. So like I'm saying, if we come down on an angle and into the ball first, the ball gets hit, and then the club is going to brush the ground. And depending on how good you are, you'll get a nice divot or not. So that's a pretty interesting feature to help people, and I think most every amateur, I don't know, irons are pretty difficult to hit. There's not a whole lot of room for error with your irons, and getting a divot gives you a little added margin of error. Okay, I'm going to hit a few balls and show you hopefully how this thing's supposed to work. So it came right through the middle, got some compression in there, or the club brushed across that and made it come on. So you can see pretty much in the center of the club, so that was a good hit. Now I'm going to hit one from the other side. I'm going to put a piece of tape down. So not only I don't want to activate this, I put a piece of tape here so that if I hit this right, that tape will come off the mat as the club follows on through and hits it. So that's another good hit, no activation.